Are you renting a home in California? Did you know that your landlord can kick you out for these 2 reasons, even at no fault to you? Yes, in California, we have what's called just cause evictions or no fault evictions, meaning that the landlord has the right to evict you for certain reasons. They're very limited, and it's at no fault to you. You did not contribute to it at all. So what are those 2 reasons, and what are some of the details they entail? Well, the first reason is a family member move-in. That's right. Landlords retain the option to have someone in their bloodline, up and down the bloodline, move in at any time to the property, as long as they give you notice, as long as they provide proof that that person is moving in. And there's a few little details in there that are some rules, which they must move in within 90 days of you leaving, and they must stay there for at least 1 year. This is really important. If you're renting a home in California, there's a lot of reasons why you can stay in the property, and it's actually very hard to evict a tenant. But you don't want to get evicted, you don't want to destroy your credit, you don't want to potentially deal with the law. So you would actually be forced to move if, for example, your landlord said, hey, my son's coming home from college, he's going to live in the property. Or hey, I need to put my grandma in the property, she just lost her house and she needs to move in for a little bit. This is actually way more common than you think, and this is a landlord right in California. Okay, what is the second reason a landlord can just straight up kick you out at no fault to you? That is if there's a substantial remodel on the property. If they are doing some work that requires you to be out of the home for a minimum of 30 days at one time, then can actually kick you out of the property. You might think that this is something that is not common, but this is actually a very great excuse for a landlord to kick you out, because if they don't like you, or you guys are having conflict, or you're getting a really good deal on rent and they know that they could get more in rent from you, this is a great way for them to kind of just get out of it and push you out. So what are some of the things that required? Well, this isn't an exhaustive list, but we talked about it's got to be 30 days continuous that you would need to be out of the home. They need to provide the permits to you, so they need to actually pull the permits of the work that needs to be done. And that's kind of how they're defining a substantial remodel so far as I understand it. That's the limited information that we're getting right now, is that if it requires pulling permits, it could require being substantial. So they have to provide that to you. They have to give you the work that they're going to do in writing, and they have to give you the time frame. Now, with that being said, they do have to complete the remodel. If they don't complete it within a certain time frame, they have to basically give you the home back on the exact same terms that you had it. But at this time, honestly, you probably already moved out and you've gone on to your next venture, but that is just one interesting loophole to get the home back. Now, they also can offer to give you the property back once the remodel's done, but it will be at their new rent. They do not have to offer it to you at the same rent. So with that being said, these are 2 ways your landlord can just straight up give you the boot, and you should know about this as a tenant. This is why many people choose to buy homes, for that security of knowing they own it and they're not going to have to move out at the whim of their landlord. But for some of us, it actually makes more sense to rent at many periods in our lives. So at least you want to be educated of this. You want to know your rights. And my best advice to you is have your landlord provide you with proof of whatever the reason they're kicking you out. Make sure they're following the laws. If necessary, consult with an attorney to make sure that your rights are being handled and are being honored. Thanks for watching this video. If you are a tenant in California and you've had some issues with your landlord, or you've been evicted for other reasons, comment below. We'd love to learn from you some of the challenges you've had. And if you're a landlord in California, what reasons have you seen that maybe tenants have dishonored the lease and maybe backed out without just cause? Would love to hear from you as well. Thanks so much for watching.